Obligatory disclaimer up front. TikTok has been muting or taking down some of our videos within minutes of them being posted. So if you're watching this video on TikTok, I want to point out that this video is available on our YouTube channel as well. I'm also adding captions for the disclaimer in case it does get muted. Now that we got that out of the way, what's up everyone watching this video? It's your boy Big Sarge, or the artist formerly known as Admin Tim, founder of the Sons of Liberty. Up front, I want to give a quick shout out to Mary Kay. You know why. If you've been watching these videos since July, then you've seen me wear shirts relating to the band Geek Mafia, of which I was a part. You've seen me wear t-shirts indicating that I play guitar, bass, and drums, and other instruments. Maybe you saw a video where I was playing guitar, or you watched one of our live streams where the music is Big Sarge's custom tune. Those of you that know me in real life are familiar with various bands that I've been in. A few of you watching have played with me in one of those bands. And if I'm lucky, maybe someone out there saw me on stage at one point in time. Who knows? You'll also be familiar with my penchant for leaving little Easter eggs in my videos where I drop a line from a song that feels like it fits the dialogue or monologue. All of that is to say that I'm a huge fucking nerd for music. Now, my favorite genres of all time are punk rock, ska, and various types of metal. It's not uncommon for musical artists to get involved in politics, left and right, and we all know of several examples. In my humble opinion, some of the best punk bands are the ones that took a stand against bad governments. So when an Orlando, Florida heavy metal music festival decides that it's going to have Kyle Dipshittenhouse be a guest at its festival, it's going to make news. Maybe this festival is just clout chasing, who knows. So if you missed the news, the Shell Shock Festival did indeed invite Killer Kyle, and sure enough, 4 bands, including the headlining act, Evergreen Terrace, quit the festival, issuing statements explaining why. Now, I'm a little behind on my music scene, so I'm not as intimately familiar and up to speed on some of these guys, their various politics, etc. But anybody that decides to give up a paycheck so that they can avoid being in the same town as Kyle Rittenhouse has got to be okay in my book, barring any unforeseen bullfuckery, of course. So the bands Southpaw, Let Me Bleed, and American Hollow have joined Evergreen Terrace in quitting the festival. Shell Shock Festival now has, as its headliner, are you ready for this, a Slipknot cover band. That's their main event, a Slipknot cover band. Evergreen Terrace put out a statement that said, Evergreen Terrace has always supported and continues to support philanthropic events for veterans, PTSD awareness, child poverty, and many more. But we will not align with an event promoting murderers such as Kyle Rittenhouse capitalizing off of their pseudo-celebrity. Unfortunately, we did not do our due diligence with this particular event. Even after they offered to pull Kyle from the event, we discovered several associated entities that we simply do not agree with. As advocates for free speech, we are respectfully canceling the Shell Shock Festival. We will be personally contributing to a veterans charity and urge you to do the same. The promoters have been nothing less than understanding. Lines that we draw in the sand depend on where we stand. Now, quick to fire back, the festival has put out its own statement. Series of statements, actually. The statement reads, we have been silent, but we are prepping. Ooh, prepper is so edgy. The liberal mob attempted to destroy Shell Shock, but we will not allow it. This is now about more than a concert. This is a war of ideology. Now, I've never heard of this festival, and if the best that you can do is to bring a Slipknot cover band and then complain about the woke liberals trying to destroy your shitty festival that no one's ever heard of, it sounds to me like you're trying to fuck around and find out with political fuck games. Except you're heading in the wrong direction. You're headed over to the right, and that way lies Kid Rock and Ted Nugent and some other no-talent ass-clown white rappers with tattoos on their face. It's like when woke comedian Louis C.K. got caught being a sexual predator and showing his dick to female comedians. He blamed the libs and cancel culture and became a right-wing shitbag. Bro, if you're being a fucking pervert and that's what made you swing hard right, you were already a piece of shit to begin with, before you even started asking chicks if you could jerk off in front of them. Anyway, Shell Shock founder and CEO Tyler Hoover rebuffed the bands that were ditching the festival and those criticizing it, saying, I'm here to tell you, you're not punk, you're not hardcore, you people, that's the people that are trolling and the people that are talking shit, you guys are mentally ill portion of society. You guys are the ones that are manipulated. You know what's not punk, you little cocksucker? Telling someone what is and is not punk. You know what's not hardcore? A fucking Slipknot cover band, you dipshit fucking loser. You know what's not metal? Inviting a low-rent, not even a celebrity murderer to be your guest of honor. I mean, okay, cool. You want to be conservative? That's your prerogative. But if crybaby Kyle Rittenhouse, a guy so fucking dumb he couldn't even be a crayon-eating Marine infantryman, if Kyle Rittenhouse is the best that you can do, brother, you're the one who's being manipulated. Because everyone else sees you as such a fucking loser that the best you had was a Slipknot cover band and Kyle Dipshittenhouse. Like, holy shit, that is so fucking lame. And then this dude doubled down on top of that statement and he said, you can't kill punk. Bro, you're not even punk. You're a punk. This video is sponsored by my fatty meat stick. Would you like to put my fatty meat stick in your mouth? I know this makes me sound old as fuck, but I don't care. Back when I was heavily into the punk scene, we used to try and challenge each other's punk cred by calling people that we didn't like posers. Want to know how I know that Tyler Hoover's a fucking poser? Because the Antihero Podcast posted some bullshit screenshot video and they're playing Hatebreed. Bro, Tyler, you fucking poser bitch. Hatebreed is heavily anti-right-wing, and so is the majority of punk and hardcore scene. The origin of punching Nazis outside of the Greatest Generation is the punk scene. Since its inception, the punk scene has worked tirelessly to prevent making space for Nazis. You're over there simping for the right wing, claiming to be persecuted by the left and a war of ideology, but nobody gave a shit what you did until you instigated the entire thing by making it political with the addition of Killer Kyle Rittenhouse. This Antihero Podcast is a definition of red pill cucks who lick the shit off of fascist boots. Authoritarianism and bigotry are the antithesis of punk and metal. But let's not ignore the obvious irony of trying to blame the left for some war of ideology when your whole ass podcast caters to triggered conservatives in desperate need of validation. That's literally all it is. That shit is the real life equivalent of the meme of the dude on the bicycle who jams the stick into the front wheel and falls over. Even putting politics aside, let's just acknowledge the fact that you don't know shit about the punk and metal scene. Nothing is more punk than turning down a paycheck to stand up for the courage of your convictions. And this was already a very low bar. Metalheads can barely tolerate a shitty metal band at a festival. If they don't outright start a fucking riot, they will at the very least boo that band off the stage for being lame and not metal enough. What the fuck did you think was going to happen when you trot out some crybaby dumbass kid? Like, what is he going to do? Come out and be like, how do you do, fellow kids? Last time I was in a crowd of people, I shot somebody dead. Enjoy your night. I mean, it's not like he's a fucking musician. The only thing that this kid can play is the victim. Heavy stomping on the wah-wah pedal. Yes, that's a gear reference. The fact that you don't know this or couldn't ever read the room makes you the biggest fucking poser and corporate shill in punk and metal history. But I'm not really surprised. This podcast never disguised what it is. A right-wing bootlicker run by a triggered vet flake who's also an ex-cop. This dude is the textbook definition of a MAGA simp. Completely misunderstanding the meaning of songs and where the band stands politically is basically a staple trait of the Republican Party at this point. Republicans getting outraged at Rage Against the Machine and Dropkick Murphys and Green Day comes to mind. Want to know what's also tone-deaf failure to read the room? A bunch of vet bros naming a PTSD charity Shell Shock, which is what we used to call PTSD. Fucking dumbasses. Now, I get that Shell Shock is allegedly a PTSD charity and supports military veterans, but I'm going to be honest with you, Tyler Hoover. I don't want your support. And I'm not trying to speak for all veterans, just me. You're not even in the top 10 list of charities that support veterans' mental health. Hell, the Troubled Icon Wounded Warrior Project scored higher than you, and those dudes embezzled money. In fact, the websites CharityWatch.org and CharityNavigator.org don't even have you listed. That's how sketchy you are. Anyway, like I've said before on plenty of videos, if you're a MAGA conservative, don't ever fucking thank me for my service and get fucked traitor. Hashtag not sorry, not sorry. Admin Tim316 says get fucked and die metal about it. Obligatory disclaimers. If you like my Sons of Liberty hoodie or my Sons of Liberty t-shirt, you can get one for yourself in the Sons of Liberty merch store. If you like our content, then wait for the throat punch at the end or check the channel description on YouTube and TikTok, and then go follow us on all the things. If you like this video or any others that we do, we'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe, like, and get notifications. You can help us extend our reach by sharing our videos on your socials. You can help us beat the algorithm by leaving us at least a 7-word comment. Why 7 words? Because someone scienced the shit out of it, and that was the jumping off point, apparently. 2 claps and a Rick. Motherfucking heavy metal. Woo! And now it's time for the Throatpunch! I'm going to start a Sons of Liberty metal band and see just how badly I can piss off the MAGA snowflakes. And yeah, I realize that there are at least 2 rock bands out there named Sons of Liberty, along with the Iced Earth Singer's solo project before he became a January 6th insurrectionist, and there was also an Oi punk band from Philly. See, I told you I was a fucking music nerd. Bro, Tyler, you fucking poser bitch. Hatebreed is heavily anti-right. Guy, stop chewing the fucking cord, please. Oh my God, you're going to shock yourself. It's going to be like Lampoon's National Christmas with the cat that fried itself on the Christmas tree. I don't want that to be you.